All right, I'm here with my student Dominique. You've been in the community for a couple of months now, and you've been absolutely crushing with trading. So I just kind of want to check in with you how your progress has been and just overall what you feel about the community. So the first question is just going to be like, how's your trading been recently?
Of course. Yeah, look, thank you so much for this opportunity. Just want to kick off with the trading, the journey. Since I've joined your program,
Yeah,
um, it's been really awesome. I took some time into getting into your courses. I was
yeah,
learning a lot, taking notes, and I started applying those things that you have taught, which is your A plus strategy. And within just the NAS market, I've noticed like the small details, how the market was moving, even though it wasn't consistent, super choppy.
yeah.
All I had to do was
You could
up I upped the risk management a little more. And
exactly.
when I went within the short time frames, that's what was that was the key thing for me. That's how I was able to find these trades and take them because I've seen the movement and I understood that the shift of structure could be within 1 minute. Same thing could
Exactly.
have been within 1 hour. So it just helped me a lot understand once I got the course stuff like kind of like applied within my trading.
Yeah, and like that's something I want to talk about as well is you've been killing it with Nasdaq, right? That's what
Yeah.
you've been focusing on. And
Yeah.
me, like I trade more, I'd say I focus, especially right now, on currency pairs like forex. And it goes to show my strategy, it works on currency pairs, it works on Nasdaq, and it works on gold. But recently I've just kind of been, not really looking to Nasdaq and gold as much just because the price action for me is a little bit messier. And I've been loving the clean price action of currency pairs. But it goes to show you the strategy works on every single market. And I love how you kind of took the whole strategy through all the content and applied it to Nasdaq where you've been absolutely crushing it. And you've been also sending out some ideas to the other members and making other people money as well in the community, which is sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
One thing I
what,
noticed,
yeah,
sorry, one thing I noticed with the Nasdaq, reason why I took it and took advantage of it, just because since the start of the year, it's been just dropping like crazy, like
it
drastically. But
it has
you
been.
don't want to take it too in advance because you might think that one of these days, once you take the trade, it could be like a bear run, but it could reverse into a complete different direction, and that could cause your account big time. So I just kept it in mind as long as it's going a constant bear run, I just took advantage of that.
Yeah, so yeah, you're taking advantage of the key zones, but applying, there's a bunch of sellers in the
Oh yeah.
market right now. So you're just going off, you're going off essentially literally the flow of the market. You're waiting for
Hmm.
that shift of structure to the downside, entering off a key level, and you're targeting, and you're just flowing the market with the bears. So
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part in trading, man, is literally if you're in the flow with the market, if you're following the trend, because the trend right now is bearish and that's where the money's at. That's where the most money is. And you still need good risk management, good psychology, but yeah, you've been applying those concepts really well. So I'm just
Yeah.
curious, like where was your trading before you joined the community? Because what it looks like is like kind of developed pretty fast.
Before it wasn't like a full equipped trading skill for me. It was more of like a part-time thing. And
Yeah.
that's one thing I noticed that kind of made me slack off and didn't interest me in that moment, which was 2 years ago. And so I started with Forex at first. The
Okay.
Whoever was teaching me, I'm sure he's doing better, but didn't really help me out with how he was explaining his concepts. And and for you, on the other hand, when I joined
Yeah.
your community, it was more of just like being so genuine with one-on-one with every single student,
I
even if
appreciate
they're
that,
not
bro.
like within
Yeah.
an inner circle, you're willing to take the time and explain the situations. And so that really helped me
I
to
appreciate that.
upscale my trading, you know.
Yeah, because a lot of the members as well inside the community, they say the same thing. They're like, I thought, when I joined the community that you kind of potentially brush us off and that other people have done that. I'm like, what? No, I'm here to help you guys. Like
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
here. I answer as I answer as fast and as much questions as I possibly can. And then I'm here for you guys all the time. So yeah, I'm always there, that direct support for you guys, which, it's just kind of showing the feedback to the growing community. I truly like helping all you guys out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've been trading for about 2 years. I didn't even realize that's pretty good. Where are you
Yeah.
based out again? I think you said Florida.
Yeah. I'm out here in South Florida. Originally was born and raised in Washington State. Super gloomy, disgusting weather.
Yeah,
But,
you're way better there, bro.
yeah,
You
100%.
know that I love that state. Okay, cool. I have a couple more questions for you, just kind of
Yeah.
about your whole journey. But um, where did you kind of start, like before you got locked in the community? Was it just like kind of other communities, YouTube? Like, what were you kind of doing with your trading, and how was it going? Like, I guess.
Before I joined the community,
Yeah,
well, it was more of like a self-taught journey. That's what really threw me off.
exactly. And
There's a lot of factors that didn't take place. For example, psychology. I didn't know it's going to be taking 80% of your trades. Like it's very, very significant to have as a trader because at that point it's just going to become a gambling habit.
yes.
Yeah.
And the thing about that people don't understand, especially nowadays, there's so much support. If you have like the whole lone wolf thing is bullshit, is BS. If you
Yeah.
have a whole community of like-minded traders with the same strategy, looking for the same setups, you could literally use each other as a team and advantage where you could bounce ideas off each other. You know,
Hmm.
if you someone else sees a setup, you could capitalize on that. And I think having a community like this nowadays is just it's going to help you kind of lose less in the beginning if you were just self-taught. Because if you're self-taught, you're gonna make a lot more mistakes yourself, and it's gonna take a lot longer. So it literally
Yeah.
just cuts down the process and the amount it takes, how long it takes, and then it just also, I guess, helps you from losing more money.
Hmm. Before we you have one more question, yeah?
Yeah, I have like one or two
Yeah.
more questions.
All right. So before we like transform or yeah, transition into the next question, I want to add on to what
Yeah,
you just explained. Nowadays, like with how the communities are like all across every single platform, like you show the perfect representation as a mentor with experience, like how it should be brought into the community, how everyone should understand and adapt and capitalize what the mentor has for us, and we should instead of like ignore what I understood is it's better take advantage of what your mentor is teaching you because then it's going to show the same progress either you like it or not experience it's going to show if you put in the work and consistency.
yeah, 100%, man. And you've been putting in that work. You're showing up every day. That's why I think you're succeeding as well. Because how old are you again? Like same,
20 just
yeah,
turned 20.
yeah, same age as me, bro. That's unreal. That's cool. We have some older people, some younger people. We have all sorts. But
Yeah.
yeah, just last kind of questions. Like you've been in the community for when did you join? A couple months now?
I joined late November.
Okay, yeah, a couple months. And it's
Couple
just I
months.
really been seeing you, especially the last couple months, just transform. It's been awesome.
It's
So
great.
I guess kind of to wrap it up, like how much would you say you made, or like what was your best kind of day in trading? I think you've had $1,000 days, yeah?
One day I had a $1,200 day.
That's unreal, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
People work a whole week for that.
I know, literally in my situation, I still have a full-time job and I just applied the trading on the side during my work
Yeah,
hours and
bro.
it worked out perfect.
Yeah, and that's another point I want to make. Some people want this as a full-time thing. Amazing, you could do that. Some people
Yeah.
want it as a side income stream where you could just, scale, get another stream of income. So,
Mhm.
especially the strategies I teach, you could kind of like, especially with Forex, you could trade London, New York, Asia. There's no excuse when you could trade or
There
not
isn't.
trade.
No, there
So
isn't.
that's really cool. And I
Yeah.
guess we'll wrap it up with the last question, bro. I appreciate your time, but like, what do you think is the most valuable part of the community?
Most valuable part of the community. I want to say there's like multiple, but I want to stick with just one word.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's just the level of consistency
Yeah,
from everyone.
I agree.
Everyone, yeah.
I think like over time, the more the more we grow as a community, the more we're just helping each other and getting more active and staying
Yeah.
on top of each other and being consistent. And so it's just nice to bounce ideas off other traders as well. And so yeah, I agree. Like we're a get very consistent group, which I like, and we help each other out.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the game.
All right, bro. I appreciate the call.